Arg, we really need another AAA pirate adventure.
Better than this.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am your host, MICFURY, and I make informative videos just like this one. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. And welcome to my review for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Gold Edition. God damn.
You ask me, can this new captain promise you a life of prizes, plunder, and adventure? Aye.
For amongst all the gentlemen of fortune sailing these West Indies, he ranks amongst the most clever. There was a time when I thought myself the deadliest scourge of these seas. But this man is a fearsome dog that feeds off trouble and turmoil. I seen him clear the deck of a Spanish galleon like it were nothing. Fighting like a devil, dressed as a man. And he's a canny one. Knows his way round every crag and crevice of these islands. So if it's fortune and adventure you seek, then Captain Edward Kenway's your man. Only, don't meddle in his private affairs. For there's more mystery to that man than even I dare ask.
Year 1715. I stand on a vessel, garnished with black sails, one of exploration and the capabilities to bring me to the gates of hell itself. The Jackdaw is home to a crew of scoundrels with limited priorities, eyes for only rum, women, and plunder. Aye, just the people for the job. A bureau of secrets ran by Cloak and Dagger. Individuals of high standing using God to justify their treachery against man. What is a lowlife like me meant to do other than cause as much mayhem as possible? All in the name of freedom. I am Edward Kenway, captain, husband, father, assassin, most of all, pirate. And I will have this world whether by barrel or by blade. The story of Black Flag is one of the best in the Assassin's Creed universe, mainly revolved around how likable Kenway is as a man depicted who wants to live rather than survive. Along with the side of notable pirates and historical figures, the story is top 3 in the Assassin's Creed saga, no doubt.
To us, sir. Fire! Good shot of triple! Fire! Ready to fire, sir! Working up. Fire!
Fancy a wee swim, do you?
Fire! Yes, sir! Good shot of crippler! She's vulnerable! Fire!
Looks, sweet lord, is this what it feels like? To be Jack Sparrow or Monkey D. Luffy, to helm a ship and have the sea all available to you. It's a great and beautiful world to explore with sunshines, beaches, palm trees, wildlife, Mayan treasures, and more. Now, Assassin's Creed has never had the best graphics, but as a Dominican, I am very partial to this setting. I absolutely love it, and it provides an experience that you could only find here. For example, fighting a fortress in the middle of the night as cannon fire and smoke light up the night sky. All this type of destruction from wood and stone being destroyed. On top of that, you have tornadoes or typhoons whirling around the actual fortress, like if somebody commands that sort of thing. And it's just something so epic. Being in the eye of the storm while you're circled around or surrounded by other ships all trying to destroy you, oh, it's an experience like no other. And there's tons of awesome details that you will notice. For example, the ship tilting after a strong wind hits it and kind of drags you in one direction. There's also going to be damage done to the fishes as you progressively fish. You know, any type of shark, orca, you'll see it get damaged over time. There's going to be water on the poop deck, of course. The ship can retain damage after battles. There's even diverse amounts of people, which I love, because not only does it fit the actual timeline where the Caribbean is basically the middle of the slave trade, you'll also see the Caribbean structures, the Spanish colonial structures. I think it fits the setting to a T, along with the diverse foliage and, like I said, the types of clothing and just the guns themselves, flintlock pistols. I love it. It's simply, just to simply put, I'll gush about this the whole entire time. Simply put, it's the top 3 best settings in all of Assassin's Creed, and it still looks good in 2022.
What will you do with your share of the gold we take from Governor Torres? Return to Africa, prince among men.
I cannot return to a place I've never been. I was born in Trinidad, a slave from my first breath.
Ah. But wouldn't you feel, I don't know, more welcome there?
As you might feel more welcome in Paris.
Fair point.
With this skin and this voice, where can I go in the world and feel at ease? This country here is my best chance. This country called Jackdaw, where I know the names of all citizens and they know mine, and we work together. Not always out of love, but to keep our country afloat.
I understand you. Let's take her then. For the citizens of Jackdaw!
Give your quarry something to fear. Some hellish thing from a fever dream. And men will drop to their knees, pleading for their lord before all else.
Oh god.
Looks fine.
Of course it does.
Audio, pretty darn good as well. A variety of voice actors due to the variety of people that can be found: English, Spanish-speaking, African. All accents are done pretty well, and even the pirate lingo is awesome as well. Environmental audio is superb, as I mentioned earlier. Rainstorms, lightning, thunder mixed in with cannon fire, or simply the sound of the ocean as you sail and winds pushing your sails and your crew singing these shanties. Lord have mercy, it is special. And don't forget about all the other details. For example, whales jumping, humpback whales jumping as you sail along, water making a huge splash, and you can actually hear that, pick that all up. Women parading the streets looking for quick licks, if you know what I mean. The soundtrack is actually very fitting, similar vibe to, let's say, a Pirates of the Caribbean, and overall, sound-wise, it is a great audio experience.
hang over me like a leering crow to see an old man suffer?
You've caused no small portion of suffering yourself, Mr. Prince. Retribution, I suppose.
You absurd cutthroats and your precious philosophy. You live in the world, but you cannot make it move.
You mistake my motive, old man. I'm only after a bit of coin.
As was I, lad. As was I.
Gameplay. Parts of the gameplay are great and other parts not so much, mainly due to two facts. Number one, the gameplay has aged. It has some age on it. And two, the actual continuation of the Assassin's Creed series has made gameplay far more superior than what it is right now. In other words, if you've played Odyssey, Origins, and Valhalla, then you will find this to be a grand departure from those three. But enough of that. The greatness in Black Flag is the awesome naval battles. They're amazing. They're absolutely fun as hell as you conquer different ships of different sizes and then scavenge them or add them to your crew, or even better, add them to your fleet, which then you can send out to explore the world and trade and progress your pirate empire. It is so good. The exploration is fantastic, not only in land and in sea, but also when you unlock the diving bell that will allow you to explore the ocean floor and get eaten by sharks. It is awesome. Grand levels of exploration. It is by far one of the best Assassin's Creeds at this. Going after treasure, going after booty, going after rum, sugar, pillaging pirate ships, going after government strongholds or government bases to get all of their loot from there. It all makes sense. So yes, it is a little checklisty, but it makes sense for a pirate game. This is the type of stuff that you should be doing. Add to that, going after government warehouses, kind of like a Far Cry mechanic, which it also does borrow a lot from Far Cry, which makes it even better because, again, it makes sense for a pirate-like game. How am I going to create holsters? I need a hunt. What am I going to do with the pelts? I'm going to create holsters. I'm going to fish. And from there, I'm going to get blubber and I'm going to be able to sell that. But I'm also going to be able to get the skin and make outfits, pouches. Make sure to scavenge everything from the ships and use those resources to make my ship better. It all makes sense. Apart from the Mayan puzzles, upgrading your hideout, upgrading your fleet, the naval contracts, sacking other pirate coves to take their loot from them, collectibles galore. None of this is the problem. The problem is when it comes down to being an assassin in the Assassin's Creed game and the combat itself. Now, the assassin contracts, even the Templar hunts, they provide very little in terms of being an assassin. You really are focused more on the pirate life and not really being the assassin life. It kind of feels like the assassinations and everything are kind of in the background, even though there is a whole checklist revolved around them. The combat itself is very hacky slashy. It's not kinetic. It doesn't feel good. It's not going to feel like an Origins, an Odyssey, or a Valhalla. It lacks a lot of physics. It's very, I'll say it like this. It's like a poor man's version of those combats. So you're gonna feel, instead of feeling like you're grabbing your sword, your cutlass, and driving it through a man's sternum, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're doing a knife through butter, like swishy swash, like that's how it feels like. It's like, there's no other way to put it. It's very loose. I don't know why. And Kenway is such a crazy figure that I guess he gets very energetic or has a lot of adrenaline, and then you're able to like chain together annihilations, kind of taking away the difficulty. So you'll go combo, and then the next person you automatically kill them, next person automatically kill them. Like it's that's just the way it is. So apart from that, parkour is solid, but it does feel a little bit more janky. It's not as fluid, and you could tell that they were obviously progressingly or trying to come up with a brand new approach for combat and movement in the later titles. They were basically in the transition period. But like I said, if you haven't played any of those three future titles, you should be fine. Now, that doesn't mean that I didn't have fun with the gameplay. It does have its moments, especially during the story and everything, but those issues did bother me on several occasions. The game also has a dead multiplayer that seemed interesting, but sadly no players to play with, so I just left it alone.
Bastien Joseph, Port-au-Prince. What business do Templars have there? More French vessels at our tail! Too many! We'll retreat through the storm! We will be smashed ashore! A worse fate awaits if we let this land in Templar hands! Aye, Captain!
DLC can be summed up in a few words. Spin-offs, packs on packs, and useless. Let's go in order, shall we? You get a barely 1 hour experience and an Assassin's Creed 3 tie-in with Aveline, the Grand Prix French African assassin. You also get a prologue, sort of, with Freedom Cry, which was also released as a standalone title for, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was $10 or $20, which is dope, as the first mate, Adewale, was very cool, well-spoken, and an excellent comrade. Now, you get to play with him as an assassin in a 5-hour adventure, and it basically saves the rest of the DLC from getting a bad score from me, because afterwards, we have packs of cosmetics, ship packs, pirate outfits, time saver packs, marking explorable location packs, weapon packs, pistol packs, like I said, packs on packs. It is nonsense, but hey, I'll use the black sails, I guess, because the rest of the DLC is just for the forgotten multiplayer.
Aye! It's our republic! Our idea! A free land for free men, remember? So maybe it's filthy to look at. But ain't it still an idea worth fighting for?
I can't be sure.
Bad. Besides the obvious, you know, the usual abstergo nonsense the game forces you to play through, the padding and the combat, the game is actually buggy. Like, this game is buggy. Enemies stuck in trees, audio glitches galore. I got stuck in a weird position one time for some weird reason. I even got a corrupted save file and I lost 2 hours and I don't know why. I crashed twice, but all of that I can deal with, okay? I can deal with all of that. My biggest issue is always gonna be Ubisoft's reluctance to be better. Legit, that is always gonna be my beef with any Ubisoft game, because they are fine with being just good. For example, we have an illustrious pirate pack. The pack brought us 3 islands: Black Island, Mystery Island, and Sacrifice Island. Do you think that they bothered to talk about Captain Drake or Morgan's history and exploits? No, they just put the islands on the map, threw in some enemies, 3 chests, sell it to them, and that's it. It is so lazy, and it feels like they could care less. And they do this all the time, especially with Assassin's Creed, where pirates, sorta, we are Magi, sorta, we're a god, sorta. They always play with the topic that they're using or the concept of the game a little bit. They don't really dive in and actually make it as great as it can possibly be. They always do this and they just piss me off every single time, because I wish that we would get somebody to grab some of these concepts and make a truly immersive sim of a pirate game, or an immersive sim, a god, like demigod game of like not Assassin's Creed, of Odyssey with Greeks. Like, I wish people would do these types of things, but sadly, Assassin's Creed is the only one that explores these types of games. In conclusion, Assassin's Creed Black Flag gets extremely high praise from me for its setting, its visuals, its voice acting, its audio, its awesome naval combat, and the amount of content that it provides. But as per usual, Ubisoft is really good at just being great. The final score for Assassin's Creed Black Flag is a 8 out of 10. Let's answer the 3 questions, shall we? Is it fun? Is it worth it? And is it for you? Is it fun? It is a complete blast, especially while you're on that ship. It is the fact that I played this last after playing the ship combat for Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, and this is still far superior. It's incredible. Definitely fun. Is it worth it? This is one of the bargain bin kings. You can find this under $15 at any point in time. I've even seen this without the actual DLC, because I would say you can buy Black Flag by itself without the DLC and still have an amazing time. The actual single game is lower than $10. It is a bargain bin king. Definitely worth every single penny for you guys to go ahead and purchase it, play it, experience it. Tell me about it down in the comment sections. And finally, is it for you? Are you a fan of pirates? Do you like One Piece? Do you like Pirates of the Caribbean? Sadly, because of all of the things that are happening with Johnny Depp currently, we won't ever get to see another Pirates of the Caribbean, but hey, we can be pirates in Assassin's Creed. So if you like anything like that, the game is definitely right up your alley. And on top of that, if you like games with a lot of content, definitely grab this bad boy. 1, 2, 3. So welcome to the question portion of the video. Tell me how I did. Tell me what I can improve on. Tell me if you've played Black Flag. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you despise pirates? Do you like pirates? What is your experience with Black Flag? I played it on PC. I had really great frames. It was solid. It just whacked out sometimes. But let me know what you think about Black Flag down in the comment section below. And as well, when this review is released, check out the poll. You guys get to decide what game I review next. So I'll be able to tell you guys the next 2 games that are coming out, and I'm trying to put them both together so they come out the same day, kind of maybe not the same day, but at least the same week or 1 week apart. Usually I take 2 weeks to make one of these complete reviews. It's a very long script. Point is, you guys get to decide what game. Check out the poll. The next 2 games are Greedfall and Max Payne. I'm gonna try to release them both around the time, since I don't remember which one won last week or last game I reviewed. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're new here and you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and make sure to support the channel either via the Amazon link or the Epic Creator Code down in the description below. It costs you nothing and it helps support the channel. You can also follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Links are down in the description below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting me there. $1 a day keeps the landlord away. I'm your host, Mike Fury. It's been a complete pleasure. Until next time, Mike, off.